we're tapping in, we're remembering who we are by design, and that we're not these little characters that we've created. We're not all the stories and the misprogramming and like all the disempowering beliefs. That's not who we are. We're actually an extension of source energy, which means we're infinite and we're superhumans, we're limitless. And I just trying to teach people just to remember that. Just remember we're superhumans.
Don't need you. Tell me what I can and can't do. I'm in charge of what I feel. It's just a game I play for fun, but I already.
Hi, my name is Amie. Like, comment, and subscribe to Lux Media Studios. They are awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Loving Your Life, Be Authentically You with me, Amie. I am so excited to have you here today. I have an incredible guest. But first, I want to tell you, if you like that music that you just heard, that's my daughter, True Istina, Trueistina. Go check her out on YouTube and all the social media platforms and go show her some love. She's a singer-songwriter and working so hard. We have some new music videos coming out soon, as well as some new music, which is amazing. So I'm super excited for her. And if you are looking for happiness, some internal happiness, then please go check out my website, thetruehappiness.com, where I can coach you into achieving the internal happiness. It's all about internally being happy. Forget about all of the outside world coming at you. There's so much that always comes at us. But what is it to be happy internally? So I would love to help you with that. So go check that out as well. But without further ado, I am so excited to have Kate here from Dreambold Network. And she is a friend of mine. She has helped me through my cancer journey and really has just been a loving soul in my journey. And I'm so, so grateful. So welcome, Kate.
Thank you, Amie. You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome. So tell me what exactly you do, because the way you're going to say it is going to be so much better than I do. And I would love our viewers to hear it from you.
So Dreambold Network is a visionary media platform. So I'm definitely a visionary. I have a huge vision for the world. I really see the potential of humanity. So I'm a filmmaker. I'm currently working on a film called Keep It Real. And I just love doing anything creative. So I'm an artist. I love helping humanity, inspiring people, and doing it in a way where it's fun, it's approachable, it's more relatable than what you often will see in this industry. So I teach Qigong, basically just energy mastery, and really combining that with mindset mastery. And I love watching people tap into their superhuman potential.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So tell me more about, I want to hear more about your film. This sounds really incredible. So give me some more details on that.
Yeah, so I got very blessed. I was working on a different film called The Superhuman Experience. And when we were doing the interviews, it just sort of snowballed into this whole other path. It kind of had its own momentum, and just interviewed a lot of experts, from authors and people in energy medicine, just scientists. I mean, just people who have solutions for humanity. A lot of people can talk about what's wrong, but what people are really saying, okay, here's the path, here's the solution, here's how we can feel empowered and healthy and connected and united. So just interviewed all these dynamic people, but it's also this amazing law of attraction experiment that I did, this big, crazy, wild ride that I ended up on. And next thing you know, Brooke Berg from Dancing with the Stars, who we're both friends with, she ended up getting involved in it. And we've just taken this to a whole new level, just really teaching people that if we keep it real, we reconnect with ourselves and each other and with nature, that we have a path, a clear path to our collective freedom. So just trying to show people that if we kind of chill out a lot, not a little bit, but a lot, we chill out a lot, and we remember who we are by design, by, just with our natural universal energy laws, and just with the basic human design of energy, practices and energy connection, we can do anything. We're unstoppable and we're limitless. So let's keep it real.
Wow, I love that. And when is this coming out? What is the date for this?
Yeah, we're shooting for the fall, but we still have to film the narration. We have some fun creative ideas, so I never want to put like a time limit on creativity. I want it to unfold organically, but I'm hoping September, but might be a little bit more like November. So that ballpark, but I'll definitely announce it immediately for sure when it's ready. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so great. And I love the fact that it's all about your energy and it's all about healing and all of that, because that's what you've helped me with. You really helped me with that when I had told you, hey, I have stage 4 cancer. What can I do? I'm lost right now. And so
Mhm.
that really, really helped me. And so tell me more about the Qigong, because we worked on it and, I was just doing what you were telling me to do and I was feeling good, but what exactly is it and what does it mean?
Yeah, so Qigong just means energy, life force, but mastery. So mastering energy. It's an ancient practice. It's a mild form of Tai Chi, goes back thousands of years. And it's really just people that were observing and watching nature. So it matches and mirrors nature. And we do energy activations, mild stretching, breathing techniques. And then my favorite part is when we drop into the flow state, when you just watch people really surrender and just come back to their center, back into alignment and balance. And we slow down, we get out of the thinking mind, we slow the brain waves, and we just really pay attention to what our body's communicating, and we listen to the language of sensation, heighten the senses, and really just tap into what it is to be human, to just be, to be really still and present in the moment. So it's a mindfulness practice, a moving meditation, probably the most simple way to say it. I should have led with that, maybe. But it's very simple, very easy, and I can teach from kids all the way to retirement homes and everybody in between. It's for all of humanity. If you have a human body, you need qigong for sure.
Wow. I love that. I know because we were on the beach doing it and it was so relaxing and just so incredible. And again, I was just doing what you were telling me to do. Like, I don't really remember like what you're, but it was
Totally.
so good. It was so good. And
Mm.
so where can people find you for Qigong? Like, where can they find you? What can they, so that they can have this as well?
Yes, so Dream Bold Network, and it's BOLD. Sometimes people think I'm saying dream old. I'm like, no, that's the opposite of my message. I'm like, dream bold. So if we dream big, we dream bold. So it's Dream Bold Network, and if you go on there, I actually just launched an online subscription. So it's only 15 a month for mindset and energy mastery. You can find it on the join thing at the top of the page, or membership, and you can just kind of log in there. And every week you get 2 videos. So not just the qigong, but guided meditations, coaching, and just really showing human beings how to tap into and unleash their innate superpowers. So it's all on Dream Bold Network. Yeah.
Love that. Love that. So tell me, what is your favorite Qigong type of, type of thing? I like exercise, I guess, right?
Well, I mean, there's so many styles. There's sports qigong, there's business qigong, art qigong. There's thousands of forms of this. I can't pick just one. I love the warrior qigong. I love all of it, but I do, my style of teaching is for sure very kind of unique, because I'm trying to really translate it for the next generation. So I make it very relatable. So if it's for, I make it so that everyone can apply just any kind of movement, simple movements all throughout the day, not just that you have to go and do class, or that it becomes something you do once in a while. It becomes a lifestyle. And so for me, Qigong really just means like upgrading your lifestyle, leveling up, and doing it with these very simple techniques. As you know, like it can be as simple as rubbing your hands together and creating more heat, more energy, or it can be knocking on the body and knocking out tension, stress, tightness, that type of thing. It's very, very simple. There's nothing complex about what I'm teaching. It's profound, but it's not complex. It's very innate, actually. It's like I said, mild form of Tai Chi, so anyone can do it. So it's I love it all. I love every drum. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with Qigong. I'm obsessed with it. I couldn't just pick one style or certain moves. Like I just encourage everybody, just get started, because it's really the art and science of feeling amazing. And we all want to feel amazing. So that's what it is. That's what that subscription is on my site. It's just, hey, you want to feel amazing? $15 a month. Kind of a great deal. I was like, I kept it very low because I want everyone to have access to these teachings and this practice, because nobody taught us how to really use power of the mind, and for sure not power of energy. So I'm here to really self-correct that, and I can go, whoa, wait a minute, we're missing something here, and it's valuable.
I love that. Would you mind talking my viewers through a couple Qigong exercises?
Yeah, we can do some sitting down. This is what I love about it too. You can do it while watching TV. Like, it's so practical. So step one, I always tell people, just rub your hands together. And we've all done this when we're cold. It's called starting the fire. And instantly you feel some heat, right? It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much. But that heat is electromagnetic energy. It's activated chi. So first we hit these energy points in our hands, same points you'd see with acupuncture or acupressure. This is traditional Chinese medicine. And then you're going to rub your hands like this. This one's actually called igniting the fire. So now we're again hitting those points, and it just feels good, right? It kind of gets you out of your head, into your body, into your senses. And it's like, okay, that feels interesting. Then I always tell people, let's knock the tension out of the hand. So loose fist, you're just going to knock on the hand here. And this just makes sense because we use our hands all the time, but we don't knock the tension, the tightness. We don't get the chi flowing, the energy flowing. So just kind of knock out your frustrations, activating in the center of the body, right? Like you're frustrated. it was somebody, your boss isn't being too nice or whatever, you're like, all right, buddy boy. You're like, I'm gonna improve my health. I'm not gonna match your energy. I'm gonna raise my frequency, right? Same thing
Exactly.
on the same thing on the other side. Just kind of knock out that tension, the tightness, break up stuck stagnant energy. We're increasing our energy flow here. And again, we get out of the thinking mind into our body, into our senses. And then now you're just gonna brush your fingernails together. So this is kind of an interesting one too. I know, like my whole life I had never done this move, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I'm like, really, you're telling me this is going to do something, and we're going to feel it in a second, and then you're just going to tap your fingertips, and in a moment you're going to feel how magnetic and powerful you are. So simple, right? You can do this anytime, anywhere. It's so simple. And then now, just like an inch or so apart, just pulse the energy very gently, and just feel your own power, your own energy. And I like to close my eyes because I love just heightening the sense and just getting lost in chi, like life force, and then kind of spiral it around, and you're just sort of experimenting. You're curious. You're like, oh yeah, what is that I feel? That yeah, right. I know, it's wild. Like you should see how kids react when they do this. They just their eyes are bugged out of their heads. They realize how powerful they are. So you kind of spiral it around and you learn how to really guide and direct this energy. So what we could do right now, if you just want to do a couple moves, we're just going to supercharge our lungs here, and then we're just going to take a deep breath. So in through the nose, breathe. Really like exaggerate that inhale, like really stretch the lungs. Big inhale, kind of like you're blowing your lungs up like a balloon, and just hold. So just really feel the heat in your hands, and really notice your inner power. Notice the connection between breath and body, breath and emotions, breath and thoughts. And then big exhale out of your mouth. Like really apply that pressure, pushing out what's stuck or stagnant in the body, specifically in the lungs, because we store the heavy emotions, right? Doesn't that just feel good? Like a little self-healing. You're like, oh, okay. Like I always say, like chi feels yummy. It's yummy energy. Like it's just so simple, right? It just feels good. Like how quickly we can get out of our heads into our bodies, activate more energy, do a little self-healing, self-care, little reset energetically, and then just go, okay, I feel better. Okay, something shifts. Right? So simple.
Wow. That was deep, like emotionally deep. I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
Well, and emotions are just energy. It's energy in motion. That's why it's emotion, right? So emotions, we feel it in the body. We all feel it. So when we're sad, we feel heavy, right? Like we can't even get out of bed. We're just heavy because it's weighted, dense energy. And a lot in the lungs, we store those heavy emotions, the grief, sadness, depression. It's stored in the lungs. So you want to move that energy, clear it out. And then once like energy wants to move, it's always in motion. So it's like it's not natural for us to get stuck with heavy, dense energy. We're supposed to purge it out, release it, create more space in the body, and raise our frequency. And so you saw how simple it is, right? There's nothing complicated about it. It's like, wait a minute, just nobody taught us these tools and these techniques. And I'm like, let's all just get on board with feeling amazing and shifting our inner world, that like modulating our emotions. Like when we're angry, it's volcanic. It wants to come up and out. It's all for happiness. We're bouncing up, we're bouncing in place, right? We're elated. We're our frequencies like just vibrating so potently that it's like we feel it in our bodies. So this is just really awareness of energy and intention, and how the inner world works, how breath works, how it all just is connected, and it's just beautiful, right?
Believing Before Seeing, a new bestseller by Candace Barr. Order your copy today.
That was powerful. Like literally, that was really powerful. I felt it when I released it. This, like, you're right, it's very heavy. And I
Yeah.
had no idea that I was really that heavy inside of here.
Right, right. Yeah, most of us don't know. We don't have that awareness because we just think, oh, I'm feeling sad, or I am anxious, or I'm depressed. But we're not our emotions. That's just energy. And we can literally say, like, oh, I'm experiencing the frequency of anxiety. Oh, I need to focus on my breath a little bit. And you just focus on the breath, and you're always applying that pressure, that exhale, and pushing those energies out of your system, out of your body. So you create some more space to feel great, to have those higher vibrations of joy and love and peace. And we all deserve to feel good. Like feel amazing, not even good, feel superhuman, So like it starts with breath, and it starts with power of the mind, and just really understanding how everything's interconnected. And we can through movement, through these micro movements, just shift everything very, very quickly in moments, just minutes.
Yeah, just a simple moment. I hope all of you do this that is watching this, because you will feel it. You will literally feel something shift, and it's amazing. It's like, now I want to do more and more and more.
Yes. People, I always say, I'm like, be careful because Qigong's kind of addictive in a very healthy, amazing way. But people get addicted to the energy. They're like you just see people in class, they're like, whoa, they're in their own world. I'm not even, I'm like, you're not actually doing the movement that I'm trying to teach right now, but you're lost in it. So you have fun in your own magnetism because I teach people too, like to fall in love with their own energy because we each have a unique energetic signature. We each have our own unique energy field and it's ever fluctuating and changing depending on our thoughts and our emotions and what's going on in our life, our circumstances. And so it's really about like kind of grabbing the remote controller and going, I'm going to modulate and regulate my inner world just through these things. So if my energy is too high up, I know to kind of center and drop it down to bring the energy back down. If I'm feeling kind of heavy and low and maybe stuck in a thought loop or a pattern that's disempowering, then I can use breath and I can harness my chi and raise that frequency. So just teaching people like that we have the power. Like people are powerful, we are.
We are. We don't have to let the outside world dictate what's going on.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
so we
exactly.
can change it. We can change it. And what you just showed can change it like this, which is
Quickly.
amazing.
Yes. Right, because what we embody energetically, that's what we're in the process of attracting. So that's why it's so important to be aware of our inner narrative and our dialogue and our stories, because our brainwaves are creating a charge in the field. And then our emotions are also creating a charge in the field. So it's always just going, oh, wait, what's my charge right now? And going, I don't like that charge. I got to shift it really quickly. Okay, quick, like knock on the body, break up any stuck stagnant energy, focus on the power of the breath. And you keep just coming back to these tools and techniques. And then you realize that it's not that we're supposed to be reacting to things outside of us and we're not supposed to be a victim of things outside of us, that we're actually in control. Our frequency is going to attract things that are in a higher vibration if we just keep doing the work, just step by step, incrementally. And, you just kind of have fun with it too. I always say Qigong's not, even though it's so profound and it's so important and so valuable, it's not so serious. It's cool. It's like this is chill. Like let's relax a little bit here, like there's cool movements like the tiger or lion plays with chi ball or the dragon, like it's like this stuff's cool. This is fun. So let's have some fun with it.
I love that. I love that. So tell me, I want to know, how did you even get into this? Like, what was, because this is your authenticity, right? This is what you stepped into. This is who you are. I can feel it within you. So, how did you do that?
That's a long journey. I went through my challenging dark night of the soul. I went through a very long, painful journey. I'll put it that way. I wrote a book on it, but big long journey on that. And I was on my own healing path, and energy medicine kept coming in, and I was kind of like, oh yeah, okay. Like I'm from upstate New York. Like we didn't talk about energy and these healing practices. I wasn't meditating. I wasn't into any of this. And then I went to that's right. I went to Vietnam and I received a Reiki healing and it was so profound. I mean, I was crying. It was just so intense and beautiful. And she goes, you have more healing energy than anyone I've ever met. And you need to learn how to do Reiki. She goes, you need to learn how to run energy through your arms and your hands. And I was in my mid-20s. I was like, excuse me, what? Like, what are you talking about? I had no idea. But sure enough, I got into Reiki and it led to Qigong and it just kept snowballing. And now this is all I know now. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, this is the truth. And humanity needs truth right now. And we need solutions and we need something that's innate and practical and it complements all of our belief systems, all religions, all cultures. Like this is complementary. This is not controversial. It sounds weird. I know Qigong sounds at first I was like, how do you even say this? What is this weird thing I'm getting into? But it's so natural. It's like it's matching nature. Like it's so obvious that this is our path to our freedom. And I'm just obsessed with it now. Everybody knows. So.
I love that. I love that. It's funny. It's how we get in our path, right? And it's like something just hits us differently. And then it's like, wait, this is my calling? Like, how did this even happen?
Totally. Yeah, like I'm like me. How
Yeah.
did I get into this? Like, but then now I watch everybody else fall in love with the practice too, and that's it. I'm like, this is just a mathematical equation. You just get enough people vibrating high enough, and we're going to manifest a very different reality here on Earth. So that's all this is. I'm just trying to accelerate what's inevitable. Like the ascension, this great shift, the great awakening, all that's happening naturally. Like the Earth's magnetic field is shifting. Our frequency is rising. That's why we're collectively tapping more into our powers, with our innate powers of energy and understanding and communicating. Like we're tapping in, we're remembering who we are by design, and that we're not these little characters that we've created. We're not all the stories and the misprogramming and like all the disempowering beliefs. That's not who we are. We're actually an extension of source energy, which means we're infinite. and we're superhumans, we're limitless. And I just trying to teach people just to remember that. Just remember we're superhumans. So that's
Love
my message.
that. I love that. And I like the fact that you talk that it's not controversial and it's
Yeah.
not based on some kind of religion. It's like there's nothing about that.
Right,
So
exactly. Yeah. And of course there are religious beliefs, like that are in this practice, but I've just kind of stepped outside of that and made it more of the science behind it all, because it is science. It's and I agree with these religious beliefs that are in it, because it's all about peace, and it's all about unity consciousness. Really, that's the foundation of this practice. But it's like when you really look at the science, you're talking about electromagnetic energy. This is measurable, where it's all about the heart's magnetic field. It's fascinating. Like, it really takes you down this road where you just realize, wait a minute, like this is truly the potential of humanity. And that's what we're all looking for. Like, wait a minute, what is this that really supposed to be? The human experience, we know things aren't right, things aren't adding up right now. Like, we're not tapped into our potential. No way. There's so much collective disharmony and confusion and low frequencies, but that's all recalibrating. And it's just a process, and we need to just be patient and explore and have fun with it. And just like enjoy the ride, because that's what's happening. Sometimes we need a catalyst to get to the truth. And I really believe that our collective pain and suffering is a catalyst for us remembering and going back to what's real. And that's us being connected. That's really who we are.
I agree. And like being connected, right? When we were little, like when we were 2 years old, literally, who were we at that point? I always say that. Like, really,
Mhm.
who were we? We were somebody that just did what we wanted to do, happy go lucky. None of our crazy processing was there, right? Like, we want something to eat, we're gonna get it. We want something to play with, we're gonna get it. Like, it was just we're jumping up and down. It doesn't matter. And
Yeah.
we come back to now where it's so much heaviness in our lives, so
Mhm.
much where, with the cancer with me or with other things, with debilitating or diseases and mental illness, all these different things we have. And
Mhm.
or even just traffic, and some people are like, oh, there's too much traffic, whatever, and we always let that affect our energy. And
Right.
instead of taking control of that and creating that inner peace, that inner happiness, that so that we aren't full of that, then that's going to create the life that we dreamed.
Oh, 100%. And this is why I love Qigong, because it teaches you to go back to that childlike state, being in awe, being in wonder, being curious, and using the imagination. We forgot it. We became grown-ups and we forgot to use our imagination, but it's the imagination that guides the chi, the life force. It's actually the process of creation. It's our natural thing. So people, I'm like, let go of all those limits and like anything that's out of alignment with you, just trusting yourself and your innate powers to create anything. Like, whatever you can imagine, you can create. We know that. Like, even Einstein said imagination is more powerful than knowledge, and it's true. So if we start using energy in the mind and we start being more intentional with what we're creating and what we're speaking into existence and what we're embodying, we're going to rock the globe. Like, kids are activate, their life force is activated. We always say, how do kids have so much energy of this? I'm like, we used to have it. Like, the real question is, how come we didn't keep our energy up? Why does it just kind of going in this downward spiral as we get older? That doesn't make any sense, because we weren't taught how to do these techniques and practices to activate more energy. And it could be as simple as going on YouTube and listening to sound baths or binaural beats to raise your frequency. It can be just dancing in your kitchen or whatever, or living room, or like, have fun. Like, I just tell people, like, laugh more, play more. You're going to activate more life force. It doesn't even have to be something like an actual practice or a class or something. It could be as simple as that. We know how to raise our frequency. We all do. It's just that we get very stuck in our ways. And like I said, we have a lot of misprogramming, and it's the way our society is right now. We've kind of normalized what's going on, but it's not normal for us to feel like diseased and disempowered and just disconnected. That's not natural. So it's just about us going, wait a minute, are we ready to upgrade? And then going, let's take some action, just step by step.
Yeah. Yeah. And doing it, like you said, in a playful manner. Like, it doesn't have to be so serious. Like, okay, we're
Right.
gonna do this now. Let's all get ready. Like, you
Right,
know.
right. I think that a lot of these practices people get a little weird. They sound intimidating, or they think it's woo woo, or it's just, oh, that spiritual nonsense, or whatever people say. And I'm like, actually, it's modern science, and it's matching what ancient cultures knew. So for me, that just seems like the point of our collective freedom. It just seems like the most obvious truth that we can grasp right now. And if it makes you feel amazing and it makes the people you love feel amazing, then why would we not be doing it? I'm just kind of like, what are we waiting for? Like, let's go. Like, come on, let's do this.
That is so true. That is so true.
That's it. Yeah.
I I love that. And I recommend for anybody watching, go check out her website, Dream Bold Network. Go check it out and go subscribe because honestly, when I did that, like I said, with you on the beach was transformational. And it just felt I just felt empowered. I felt so good. And I felt like this cancer is not going to take me down. Like I'm like, nope.
Right. Because it's just energy, it's frequency and vibration. It's like that when we think of disease like that, it's like, oh, right. My body's just communicating. There's a disharmony in my body. I need to relax more. I need to let the body heal. And when we do these practices, I mean, it literally reverses and prevents disease and aging too. There's a lot of benefits on all this. It's like the body can heal anything. It just needs the optimal energy flow. And that's what this does. So
Right.
that's why we all need it. We need energy. We need to be energized.
We do. And you'll see like with that energy, like I said, people will come to you, you'll meet people, like all this amazing stuff will happen that you're like, "What?" But it's just
Yeah.
because you're emitting that because you're in that happy, I call it my love bubble, my happy bubble. Like
I call it my chi ball, like I'm in my happy chi ball. Yeah, I'm just in my little bubble, like here, a little golden sphere here, and it's true. It's like when your frequency's up, you attract amazing people and situations and opportunities. And it just gets more and more mind blowing. And you're like, that's all I have to do is just choose joy and happiness and like keep working on it every day and just keep my frequency up. And the universe will just conspire in your favor and things line up in a very synchronistic, amazing way. So it's beautiful.
I believe that. Even meeting you. So I absolutely
Oh,
believe
Amy, you're so sweet. I love you. You're
that. I love
awesome.
you too.
You're so sweet.
So I am out of time and I'm so sad, but I really want to have you back, especially when this comes out and we can talk more about it
Yay,
and get
it's gonna be
all of my
awesome.
viewers to watch it because I cannot wait how inspirational it's going to be. And Kate, you are just a lovely, lovely soul. And I can see just the love you emulate and just how beautiful you are. So
Thank you. You
I,
too, love.
I truly appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Well, there is Kate. Go check her out. And I will see you guys next time on Loving Your Life, Be Authentically You. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.
Bye.
Don't need you. Tell me what I can and can't do. I'm in charge of what I feel. It's just a game.